Get ready for the action because Valentino Rossi is putting the pressure on Ducati. Rossi is demanding that the team put in the same level of effort they are showing for Francesco Bagnaia's recovery in MotoGP, especially as Bagnaia has struggled to find consistent form in the 2025 season. We dive into the growing tension between the team and their star rider, and what this means for the fight for the championship ahead. Aprilia rider Jorge Martin is questioning the safety limits of multiple restarts after such dangerous incidents, and what this means for the future of the sport. And finally, we look at the intense reactions from the riders after the chaotic Barcelona Grand Prix. From Jorge Martin's concerns about the number of restarts to Alex Rin's emotional response after witnessing Alex Marquez's heavy crash, the MotoGP community is weighing in on this terrible day. Don't miss the full breakdown of the drama and what happens next. Noi dung kai tight. Valentino Rossi has publicly urged Ducati to match the effort shown by Francesco Bagnaia in his recovery within MotoGP. Rossi believes that Ducati needs to demonstrate the same level of commitment to support Bagnaia as the rider himself is providing during his challenging spell in the series. And Bagnaia, who has been the top performer on the Ducati roster, has struggled to consistently secure front-running positions since the beginning of the 2025 season. Despite moments of speed and occasional victories, the two-time champion has failed to achieve a definitive breakthrough, leading to growing tension between the rider and the manufacturer. And this situation comes as Ducati has already made strategic moves, including replacing Bagnaia with Pedro Acosta from KTM in 2027 to partner Marc Marquez. Rossi expressed concern that Ducati's commitment to Bagnaia's 2026 campaign does not currently match the dedication shown by the rider. And Pecco has a very good attitude this year, Rossi told Sky Italia. We train together often, and he is truly giving it his all. He genuinely wants to get back to winning with Ducati, and that is the right mindset. Rossi cited recent performance, noting Bagnaia's strong showing at Le Mans, where he secured pole position despite subsequent issues in the races. Rossi emphasized the need for the team to mirror this dedication. And I would like to see Ducati commit themselves just as much as Pecco does in the effort to get back to the front. I've noticed that, following the events of last year, the atmosphere between them has cooled significantly. But Pecco is giving it his best shot, and I hope everyone at Ducati does the same, because the potential to return to winning ways is definitely there, Rossi stated. And Bagnaia, however, countered Rossi's comments, suggesting the criticism is based on incomplete information. He insisted that Ducati's efforts are comparable to his own. What Vale said is just assumption, Bagnaia responded. He sees what I do at home, but he doesn't see what they're doing at Ducati. We're all working hard, but it's obvious that after last year, which was full of major difficulties, we're working to try to regain our balance. It's not easy, because we haven't yet found a basic setup for this bike, unlike Fabio Di Giannantonio. So we're exploring every avenue to get there. We're taking small steps, maybe a little late, but we're getting there. In any case, I feel Ducati's commitment behind me, Italian Fabio Di Giannantonio secured a dramatic victory at the Grand Prix of Catalonia on Sunday, marking his second MotoGP win and his first in 3 years following a series of significant crashes involving rivals Alex Marquez and Johann Zarco. The race was marred by 2 red flags, underscoring the intensity of the competition. Antonio, riding the Ducati, overtook longtime leader and pole-sitter Pedro Acosta of KTM with 3 laps remaining, crossing the finish line 1.25 seconds ahead of Honda's Joan Mir. The race began with high drama when Acosta's KTM slowed due to an electronics issue on lap 12, leading to a collision where Marquez's Ducati ran into Acosta's bike, scattering debris. Marquez crashed heavily against the trackside wall, and his front wheels struck Antonio's right arm, resulting in a crash. Marquez was conscious and transported to a hospital. The intensity escalated during the second start of the race, which was immediately red-flagged after Johann Zarco collided with Luca Marini. This incident resulted in Francesco Bagnaia being caught up in the ensuing chaos, which ultimately left Zarco with his left leg trapped in Bagnaia's rear wheel, requiring hospitalization. Antonio expressed relief after the win, emphasizing the safety concerns. "I'm so happy, but I was really worried about all the riders who crashed. Today has not been an easy day for everybody. I really hope that Alex is fine." In other results, Ducati's Fermin Aldeguer finished third. Pedro Acosta was subsequently taken out by Aprilia's AI Augura on the penultimate corner, who received a 3-second post-race penalty, dropping him from 4th to 9th place. Marco Bezzecchi extended his championship lead to 13 points after finishing 6th, which improved to 5th after Augura's penalty. Australian Jack Miller achieved his best season result, finishing 14th for Yamaha. The 7th round of the 22-round MotoGP season is scheduled to take place at Mugello, in Italy from May 29th to 31st. The podium for the recent Catalan Grand Prix has been significantly reshuffled following the imposition of post-race penalties. Details regarding the specific penalties and the resulting changes to the final standings are currently being finalized by the organizers. Spectators and fans will need to await further official announcements to understand the revised results for the race. MotoGP riders have voiced strong concerns following a chaotic Catalan Grand Prix in Barcelona, which was severely impacted by red flags and multiple heavy crashes involving Alex Marquez and Johann Zarco. The race saw significant incidents, including a major crash on lap 12, when Marquez lost control after Pedro Acosta slowed down unexpectedly. Moments later, Zarco was involved in a 3-way incident at Turn 1 with Francesco Bagnaia and Luca Marini. Both Marquez and Zarco were conscious after their respective crashes, but required hospital checks. The decision to restart the race for a 3rd time sparked significant backlash, particularly due to concerns over the lack of information regarding the rider's condition. Factory Aprilia rider Jorge Martin questioned the sustainability of repeated restarts, suggesting a limit should be imposed after repeated incidents, especially given the safety concerns around Turn 1. Martin admitted the day was dangerous and expressed concern over the repeated restarts, stating that 3 restarts is quite dangerous, potentially leading to a loss of concentration. He pondered whether continuing the pattern, possibly 6 or 7 times, was acceptable. HRC's Luca Marini described the Sunday as a terrible day, noting that Zarco's crash brought back distressing memories of an injury sustained during Suzuka 8 hours testing. Marini expressed deep concern for both riders' recovery. He stated that while they are focused, the situation was tough, and seeing Zarco injured triggered a negative feeling. Despite the difficulty, Marini confirmed that riders would never prefer not to continue racing. Yamaha rider Alex Rins shared his emotional reaction to witnessing Marquez's heavy crash, stating that seeing a teammate on the ground broke his heart and made the race feel like a second page. Rins emphasized that the priority in such situations is the rider's consciousness. The collective sentiment among riders underscores the high stakes and safety risks associated with the day's events.